Rotting waste is either a problem or a powerful resource, and the difference comes down to what you choose to feed your compost pile. Get this right, and you're building living soil that holds water, feeds crops, and restores tired ground. Get it wrong, and you invite odors, pests, and wasted effort. Composting isn't complicated, but it is selective, and knowing what belongs is where real soil building begins. Every successful compost pile runs on a simple rhythm: nitrogen-rich, greens, and carbon-rich, browns. Greens are the moist, fresh materials that heat things up and fuel microbial activity, while browns are the dry, fibrous materials that give structure, airflow, and long-lasting carbon. When these are balanced, the pile breathes, warms, and transforms instead of rotting. A good working ratio leans heavier on browns, roughly 2 to 3 parts browns to 1 part greens, which keeps the pile from turning slimy or sour. The smaller you chop or shred your materials, the faster this transformation happens, because microbes can get to work immediately. Almost anything that was once alive can return to the soil, and your compost pile thrives on that diversity. In the kitchen, fruit and vegetable scraps are the backbone. Peels, cores, and even spoiled produce quickly break down and feed microbial life. Coffee grounds and their paper filters add nitrogen and texture, while tea leaves and staple-free tea bags contribute gentle nutrients. Crushed eggshells decompose slowly but supply calcium, strengthening the final compost. Out in the yard, grass clippings bring strong nitrogen, especially when slightly dried first to prevent clumping. Dry leaves, twigs, and plant stalks are essential browns, building the carbon base that stabilizes the pile. Garden trimmings and even weeds can go in, as long as they haven't gone to seed or carried disease. Over time, these materials knit together into dark, crumbly humus that smells like forest soil. Household materials can also play a role. Shredded newspaper, plain cardboard, and paper towels free of chemicals or coatings act as excellent carbon sources. Natural fibers like cotton or wool break down slowly but contribute to long-term soil structure. Even hair, fur, and lint from natural materials can be added in small amounts, quietly feeding the microbial web beneath the surface. Certain materials disrupt this natural process and should be kept out entirely. Meat, fish, bones, and dairy products decompose in ways that attract pests and create strong, unpleasant odors. Oils, grease, and heavily cooked foods coat materials and block airflow, leading to anaerobic conditions where harmful bacteria thrive instead of beneficial ones. Pet waste, especially from dogs and cats, introduces pathogens that can survive the composting process and contaminate soil. Diseased plants or weeds full of seeds can undo your hard work by spreading problems right back into your garden. Materials like treated wood, painted scraps, glossy paper, and plastics introduce chemicals or simply refuse to break down, leaving behind contamination rather than nourishment. Even natural materials can become problematic in excess. Large amounts of citrus, onions, or garlic may slow decomposition or disrupt worm systems, so they're best added sparingly and balanced with plenty of browns. A healthy compost pile feels alive. It stays as moist as a wrung-out sponge, warms gently from microbial activity, and shrinks steadily as materials transform. Turning the pile introduces oxygen, speeding up the process and preventing foul smells. Starting small and staying consistent builds confidence, and before long, what once looked like scraps becomes rich, dark compost that feeds everything you grow. Mastering what goes into your compost is one of the most practical skills any grower can develop. It reduces waste, strengthens soil, and reconnects you with the natural cycle of decay and renewal that sustains life. Subscribe to Timeless Humus Path for more timeless soil revival wisdom delivered weekly, and pass this along to anyone growing food or healing land.